Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Ayobami Bakari, and today's video is all about scholarships. That is what we're talking about today. So, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. If this is your second time here, welcome back. And if you're an OG, the subscribers, or you haven't subscribed, so welcome back. So, now, I'm going to be talking about a few types of scholarships. So we have basically in class, guys. This is why you need to register for the ECG Zoom School. The waitlist is going to be in my description box, right? But you do need to register for the ECG Zoom School if you know that you want to be in Zoom School in the US with scholarships, whether partial or fully funded by 2026. So and it is strictly for undergraduate, guys. Please, if you're a graduate student, I have another resource for you. Um, just make sure to send me an email and we can work something out. Okay. So there we go. So these are the types of scholarships that we have. Now I am going to be explaining them. Obviously, there might be more, but like this is what I would categorize it as. This will also help you select your schools better instead of now, applying to a particular school and coming to now find out that, oh, this school is not going to be able to fund me. And it's like, oh, this is a waste of effort or whatever it is. So, moving on, merit scholarships. These scholarships, you get them automatically. When I say automatically now, I mean that you get them solely because of the grades that you have from high school, right? Remember, the Common App is strictly for undergraduate students. So please keep that in mind when you are doing your applications. Now, the merit scholarship, for example, if you were to apply to VC, if you were to apply to whatsoever school it is, they would give you a merit scholarship. It doesn't matter how little it's going to be, but they're going to give you a merit scholarship. Now, how the merit scholarship each student gets varies, like I said, on the grades that you have. For example, they'll tell you that if you have a 3.0 GPA, you get $5,000. If you have a 3.5 GPA, you get $10,000. So that is solely what determines your merit scholarship. Okay. Now, not every school offers merit scholarships. That is where you need to, keep, that's where you need to be alert. Now, need-based scholarships, these are the ones I had to put in the work for in terms of applying for them. And what is the application for the need-based scholarship? That's where the CSS profile, that's where the ISFA, the ISAFA, Certificate of Finances, whatsoever the school uses, that's where it is going to come in. And some schools go ahead to ask you for your bank statement, not you, your parents' bank statement, pay slip, income statement, whatsoever documentation you want to submit to support whatever information that you have put in your CSS profile, in your ISFA, in all of those things. Do you understand, guys? Are you following? Now, a school that tells you that that tells you that you have to fill the CSS profile, what does that tell you? It means that the school has need-based scholarship available. Now, how do you know that this school is fully funded with the merit-based and need-based? Some schools are going to tell you that they are going to meet your full demonstrated need. That's They're going to be the full demonstration need for all admitted students. And you have schools like Grinnell. Those are schools that I have been reviewing. You have schools like Grinnell. You have schools like Franklin and Marshall. You have schools like Denison, Duke, Harvard. All of those schools, they meet the full demonstrated need. What do they mean by full demonstrated need? For example, if the total cost of attendance, I know that is a lot of like terminologies. I'm hoping this video is not going to be long, but I'm still going to explain. For example, if you have a school that says they're going to meet your full demonstrated need, your full demonstrated need simply means your total cost of attendance is 50K. You need 50K to attend that school, right? If you get a merit scholarship of $10,000, your demonstrated need now is $40,000. If your family can afford $10,000, you see, the demonstrated need is now down to what? $30,000. Are you following, guys? So when you're filling out the CSS profile, the ISFA, the ISAFA, and you put that, oh, my family's gonna be able to support me with 10,000. the school is going to review you based on the fact that they need to support you with $40,000. Now, in the situation whereby it's a school that combines merit and need-based scholarships together, and you have already checked their website, you have seen how much you're able to get for merit-based scholarship if they put it there. Some schools will just tell you that they offer it and it varies. So obviously you can't determine that. But by the time your financial aid package is going to come in, you're going to see the total amount, okay? So don't panic about that. Not every school is going to be like giving you 55K or 20K. Okay. So that is the need-based scholarship. So when they're going to give you a financial aid package, a school that's going to meet your full demonstrated need is going to cover the remaining amount outside of your EFC, your expected family contribution. It's like we're doing maths in this place. Is so outside of your family's contribution, outside of the merit scholarship that you're able to get, whatever is left for you to be able to attend that school, whatever is left in your total cost of attendance, is what the school is going to cover if they are committed to meeting 100% demonstrated need for all admitted students. That's how you become fully funded at a school. Do you understand? Great. Now, another way for you to be fully funded at a school is through competitive scholarships. I like to call them competitive scholarships because of you can't necessarily like put a name on it. For example, William and Mary, they have the Hickson Family Scholarship. This scholarship is fully funded if you were to get it, but it is competitive because it's available to every single student, both domestic and international students. Now, some schools will have some strictly for international students, blah blah blah, whatever. You're still competing with every single international student that's applying to that school. That's a lot, right? You can get it and be fully funded. You have people that go on to Spelman and they get a particular competitive scholarship at Spelman and they're fully funded to attend Spelman. Do you understand, guys? So now this is not the merit scholarship. This is not the need-based scholarship. This is a competitive scholarship that you have gotten. Now, would they put in mind your grades? Sometimes you go on to have to do interviews. Mhm. Rounds of interviews. You had to write essays. Some schools will tell you to do videos. Some schools will tell you that you had to write an assessment. So those are competitive scholarships because you have to do extra things to get this scholarship. Now, even if you do all those extra things, like for example, Barry University, if you have a 3.5 GPA above, Barry University is going to invite you to apply for the STAMP Scholars Program. Being invited to apply for the STAMP Scholars Program doesn't mean that you're going to get the STAMP Scholars Program. But in the situation whereby you get the STAMP Scholars Program, you are going to be fully funded to attend Barry University. Do you understand now? Great. Um, but that's not to say that Barry does not have merit-based scholarships. So even if you don't end up getting the STAMP Scholars Program scholarship, you are still going to get your merit-based scholarship at Barry. Now, each school has different policies and things like that. So definitely make sure to stay tuned because more videos are going to be coming up. I feel like I need to just take one school and dissect every single thing in that school because at this point, what else are we going to be doing? Okay, so that's that. Now, external scholarships. I personally don't typically like to dabble into external scholarships. Why? It's just a whole lot. Imagine applying to scholarship at Google, at Microsoft. There's like there's more chances of you not getting it than there's more chances of you getting it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's still human beings that are getting it. They don't have seven heads, right? But keep in mind that as an international student, you need to know the things and the resources available to you. So if you are going to apply for an external scholarship, you need to start applying early so that by the time your financial aid package comes in, and let's say you have like 5K, 10K left for the school to cover for you that they didn't cover. For example, your school does it, for example, a school like Bucknell. Bucknell is going to give you enough scholarships, but they're not going to meet your full demonstrated need. They might, but they won't. Does that make sense? It simply means that they have the means to, but they don't have the means to do that for every single student, unlike Grinnell. Is that making sense now? So when you go to the school's website and you're reading all this information, it just helps you know which school you're going to apply to. And this is going on to talk about, for some of you, you know that your parents can afford 20K comfortably. Please don't now restrict yourself to fully funded, fully funded. No. Oh my gosh, guys, you guys are missing so many things. Like, for example, you choose a school like Anna Maria College. Anna Maria is about 52K, right? and they're going to give you about 27, 25K, let's just say 50% merit-based scholarship. Now your family can afford 20K. It's really just 5K for you. Do you understand? Like you can actually still go ahead to do an appeal for them and let them know that, oh, my family is going to do 20K, but I still have 5K. Let's there any resource or scholarship. That is where things like external scholarships could possibly come in. For example, Empower has a $10,000 or $5,000 scholarship for students that are going into STEM. Well, I think they also have the women in STEM. Like there's so many external scholarships that you can apply for. But the problem with external scholarships is they are not always a lot. Yes, to some students, 5K, 10K is a lot, but if you're going to school that is 90K, 10K in the grand scheme is nothing, guys. So that is the reason why I don't dabble with external scholarships. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with you doing your research and applying for external scholarships. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so now a school can decide to use a mix of everything. They can tell you that, oh, we are going to use your merit-based scholarship and your need-based scholarship, and that is how we're going to meet your full demonstrated need. So for a school like that, you actually need to show up and show up well in your common app. It means that your grades good, your essay excellent, so that your merit scholarship would be a lot. Why is that? Think of it like this. I have $50,000 worth of scholarship to give to students, right, as the admissions officer. And for example, I have 10 students that need scholarships. Obviously, if I'm able to bring 10 students into the school, that is a good thing. So I would rather do 5K for each of those 10 students or do 3K here, 5K there. Just shuffle around the 10 students rather than give one student $50,000 and the remaining nine students have no chance of attending the school. That is the simple ideology behind scholarships, right? Schools want students, but they also don't want you to come in and be a burden to them. And they don't also want you to come in and they're not able to say, and they're not able to do what they say that they're going to do because obviously that's bad for them, right? And in some sense, that's so bad for you. So therefore, give the admissions officer enough give the admissions officer enough ammunition to want to give you the scholarship that you actually need. So, for example, you know that your grades are not too good. That is where the match, the safety, the rich schools come in. I'm just going to type them in. I'm not even sure this thing is going to show up on this thingy. So you have the match, the rich, and the safety schools. And I'm going to talk about that in my next video. But your match, rich, and safety schools will just help your life. If a school is a match school for you, it means that when you enter that school, you have 80 to 100% chance of getting like the maximum amount of scholarships that they have to offer because your grades match what they're looking for. Is self-explanatory. Safety schools are schools that you know that, oh, I am way, way, way too smart for the school. And that's not you bragging. There are certain schools that will tell you that they're looking for students with 2.5, 3.5, and you have a 3.7, girl, enter that school. Now, how you select your schools should be 50% match, 30% safety, and 20% rich. Now, rich schools are schools that you don't even have what they're looking for. You just want to, I like to say play around with the schools, but you can get in duh, because there's nothing God cannot do, obviously. But it's just realistically, not realistically, we work by faith, not by sight, but you understand what I mean, right? Good. So now 50, 30, 20 is how you should shuffle your schools. If you have 20 schools, Common App allows you to apply to a max of 20 schools, guys. Please play around with those schools as much as possible. Don't restrict yourself to just Harvard, Duke, Princeton, Stanford. Those are rich schools for a lot of students. Even the students that match Harvard sometimes don't get in, and that's the truth about it. Even if you're a match student for a school, you might still not get in. Even if you're a safety student for a school, you might still not get in. But what's the point of you applying to about 15 schools that are rich schools for you, and you're receiving 15 rejections, maybe one acceptance to a school that's only going to give you $10,000 out of the 50K that they are total cost of attendance is. So you need to keep all of those things in mind when you're choosing a school, right? I feel like I need to do like okay, yes. So guys, we're going to do a webinar. If you have watched this video to this point, we're going to do a webinar and I'm going to drop the link for you to sign up there for it. I think I'm going to do the webinar in 2 weeks' time. Nothing. I'm going to do it in 2 weeks' time. Today is the 25th of February. So by the time you'll be seeing this video, it's definitely not going to be the 25th of February. So happy new month in advance because that's when you're going to see this video. So in 2 weeks, so from March 15th, the date will be communicated to people that register for it. It's absolutely free. It's going to be for 1 hour or 2 hours, depending on the questions that you guys have. But the webinar is basically for us to gist. Yeah, like this. It's basically for us to gist, for you to ask me questions and pick my brain for free, right? For 1 hour ish. Okay, the plan is 1 hour. If we extend to 2 hours, absolutely fine. But I'm not keeping you guys there for 2 hours. It's you that are going to keep me there. Are we getting it? So therefore, please keep that in mind. The ECG Zoom School waitlist is going to be in the description box. The link to register for the webinar is also going to be in the description box. The link to all the schools that I have reviewed is also going to be in the description box. And other playlists are, you can just go ahead and check it out on the channel. If you haven't subscribed by this point in time, guys, please subscribe. Please make sure to watch the videos and definitely make sure to drop your questions. Let me know if this was helpful. Let me know if you want to see more. Let me also know if this whiteboard thing you made more sense so that I can just use it as like my actual whiteboard. I use it to explain stuff to you guys. Okay, guys, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Videos are every Saturday from 2 p.m. West African time for my OGs. Okay, so that is when videos will be dropped. So if you're new here, subscribe, turn on your post notification. Obviously, if a video is not going to come up on Saturday, I will communicate. But the plan is not to do that, to make sure that it's videos all the time. Okay, guys. So see you guys in my next video. Bye.